Alright, hello everyone and welcome to another 3v3 fastest map on StarCraft Broodboard Remastered. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and jump into replay number 107. This is from November 11th of 2018. Played a lot of games on that day. You see in this game, about 14 minutes long, you've got a Terran and a Zerg, everyone else is a Protoss, and of course your boys in this one. I've been streaming a lot of they're talking about my name. So anyways, I've been watching a lot of replays recently that I haven't been in, so this is a little bit different, but glad to see myself back in the mix. Let's go ahead and look at the teams. In the bottom right corner, we've got SEOLD, Teal. Let's call that Teal. Protoss. Up in the top right corner is your boy, yours truly, John Redcorn 1129. Over here we've got HGTV High, the White Zerg. So we've got Protoss Zerg on this team. And then team number 2 in the top left corner we've got Strategic Air Command, the yellow Terran. Be interested to see what he can do. In the bottom left corner we've got Kiko 0625, the orange Protoss, and then the last team member, Zeta, the brown Protoss. Or not brown, blue, sorry. Having trouble with my colors today. Alright, so here, so we see 2 early pylons from him. He's going into the gateway production. Let's go ahead and check out let's see, just scouting here, okay. Make sure there's no cannon rushes early. So we check out Strategic Air Command's opening. Let's go ahead and look at the APM. As you see, we've got 137 over here from HDTV, 140, close to 150 for SEOL. A couple of people over 100 here. Zeta up at almost 180, the number 1 highest APM. So if you're looking at the teams, it's pretty even. I would probably give it to the bottom team. They seem a little bit quicker on the draw. Me and Strategic Air Command, of course, are dead last. Alright, so this guy going Supply Depot Engineering Bay to start, as well as a refinery. Oh, never mind, he's got this down here. Even still, though, having this building up here, the only thing that you've got are these barracks. So if anything gets through it, that's not good. Interesting open from Air Command. Maybe it's strategic, we'll see. Alright, we've got gateways over here, gateways over here. This guy's building quite a few of them early on. I could see him being the early attacker. Down here we've got 4 gateways. 4 gateways here. This Zerg doing his normal thing. We're going to speed things up a little bit until we see some action. So pretty standard openings sort of across the board. Alright, here comes purple. Alright, here I come to sort of put some pressure on yellow. This isn't a complete wall-off, so this might not be a good situation for him. Even 2 zealots could be very deadly to what he's trying to do. And again, he just doesn't have anything behind this. He's going to have to build another one right here. I don't know what this guy's plan was. Alright, Teal. I don't know what Teal's doing. He finally comes in to help. Alright, so we're putting a pretty good amount of pressure on yellow early. Teal is just sort of walking through all this. I'm staying on top of it. Here comes blue to try to help out. He's got a decent amount of guys coming. Like I said, he had a lot of gateways going. Alright, so he's still trying to get in and help. Teal's coming in. Teal's now coming in on blue. So he did get in on the production. He only has 7 workers now, this guy. Blue is there, as well as orange, to sort of provide support, so I don't think the things that I'm sending now are really going to be doing anything. Here comes Teal. He's trying to get that cannon up. That can be pretty big. Is he doing enough damage to the economy, though? Zeta's down to 22. He's killing a lot of workers. 21. He's being very strategic about where he's sending these zealots. Like, he wants them to be... They're very cost efficient the way he's using them. Knocks him down to 21 workers. This guy's down to 7 workers. He's repairing this front defense. I'm sending some more guys. So we're about at that 5-minute mark. You see Orange already getting ground weapons and increased range for Dragoons. He's the one that's, we always call, what I've noticed in all these games is there's always one guy that's completely untouched. It's just the way the game works. It looks like Orange is going to be that guy. White actually might be that guy because of where he's positioned. This should be interesting. Alright, so here comes Orange in on White. So these are two guys that were sort of out of the battle out of the general early battle for a while, so we'll see what they've got. He got real greedy with just building out those hatcheries with no support. He's saying go back and go for 9. Which would be Orange. That actually would be a good counter assault right now. Alright, so he's getting these Sunkens up, and they're in a good position where they're going to be hard to get to. Oh, here comes Yellow. He's coming in with... Oh, he made this barracks come over the wall, and now he's bringing in fire bats. This fire bat is actually doing work. Got 7 kills. Oh my gosh. White still has 30 workers, but all those Sunkens are quickly falling. Alright, looks like we sort of stabilized them. Alright, here comes Blue. Blue's going to continue this assault. Yellow's got some units. Teal and me are helping them. Alright, so we're playing pretty good team StarCraft right now. Trying to overcome some of this early weakness. Man, Yellow is just playing like such a wackadoodle. Such a strange combo. So he's trying to do like Fire Bat with a medic. Trying to be all fancy, but at this point I don't think that's going to be enough. I'm surprised that we don't see this up there, though. That's really bad, though, because that means he might try to come in on White and nail. Yeah, that's what he's trying to do, is set up this Fire Bat assault. I've seen a couple people do this. I really, really love the play. It's just a way for Terran to be kind of cheeky. Alright, so Yellow sends a medic over to help the Zealots. Teal and me... You see Blue's getting upgrades, Orange getting upgrades. I'm just finally getting my upgrades as well as Zealot Speed. That's going to be the real game changer, I think, in this. He's starting to go Dragoons, or at least mixing them in. Here comes the Hydralisk Den. That's what we really need for something to sort of give for our team. Sorry. All right. Something or what? Things are a little slow here to start. Alright, so Blue trying to go after Teal. He's saying go 5. Yeah, Blue's definitely going to get stopped here. These Zealot upgrades with the speed are about to come in. That's going to make things even more difficult for Blue. There it comes. Alright, so we're sort of all move commanding down into his base. What we really got to do is set up where we want to fight. Alright, Yellow's getting his factories. He hasn't done anything with those fire bats yet. He's still trying to do something with them over here, but there's a pretty good amount of defense now. White is just like a hair away from being like unstoppable, I feel like. Needs a little bit more of his economy going, but he's got a lot of hatcheries coming up. This guy's really just got nothing going on. Such a cool name. And just not got anything going for him. I'm saying let's go Orange. Here comes Teal. I'm sort of repositioning myself, but I'm missing the chance to go in on Orange. Alright, so Teal does have these Dark Templar here who could do some work. He's forcing them to retreat. Alright, I get ready. Now I'm sending my guys way after I should have been. I'm trying to macro up. White now has his Hydralisk. Alright, he does have a tank, but it's just one. They finally take out that ridiculous fire bat situation they had going on. Alright, so he does have a tank and full bunkers, so that's going to be kind of hard to break. But I say, let's do it. Alright, so here come the Zealots, slicing through. I mean, this guy is just, this is embarrassing. This is some of the worst, like, Terran gameplay I've seen in all of Fastest Map. I mean, what are you doing, man? You got nothing behind this. Not a thing. It's just so sparse. Only, I mean, does he have more than one gas? I only got one gas going. Just a real, like, sort of rookie. But really, really, just poor overall gameplay. Alright, so we easily sort of take him out. White is now pretty strong. Orange is pretty strong, too. He's got a good economy. He's got 48 workers. He's got a good army. He's about maxed out. Oh, excuse me. Snuck up on me there. Alright, and then blue also has got a lot of gateways. He's also looking pretty strong. He's at 1-1s. He's got 1s on his attack. Alright, so this guy's pretty much done, but sort of trying to survive. We're still sending more units in on him. He's Hydralist moving to the middle. This is going to be hard for blue to stop. It's a lot of Hydralists. Woo, mercy. Alright, so this is looking to be the battle here. Alright, all my units are up over here. So they'll make their way back down. Alright, now we're seeing go OJ. Alright, so we're assaulting orange, so let's check out this battle. If you look at all these units streaming in, my goodness. It's going to be awfully hard for him to stop this. But he's got a good chokehold here. These Hydralists aren't upgraded. That also might be something that makes a difference. So this guy's got 1s on his attack. And he's got cannon support. It's just so many Hydralists. Now the Zealots are going to come rushing in. This is looking better for orange than I thought it would. It's certainly slow goings to get in here. But more are already coming. Here comes white with a bunch of overlords. Maybe he did that by accident. I think he did. I guess that took some of their attention. Alright, here come the Zealots. They're starting to get in on the Dragoons. Oh, we're starting to finally break. We're starting to finally break it. Not quite. The Hydralists are now at 1-1s. That's going to make a big difference. Here come more Zealots streaming in. I don't know what Teal's doing at this point. Is he dropping on blue and I'm just missing it? Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. Alright, so while this is all going on, Teal's been dropping on blue. He's down to 11 workers, so let's actually just go back since this game's almost over and just watch that. Alright, so here we go. I say let's get orange. We're after orange. Alright, here it comes. At this point he has 34 workers. Oh, there it is. Right down to 10. So blue does come in to help, but right when that happened, he got all of his economy sort of snuffed, and then I might have just enough to sort of hold them off from behind. Let's see how these guys come in. I mean, it's mostly Zealots, so they're just going to be so deadly to these guys, but they're unupgraded, I bet. Yeah, I don't have the plasma shields that he does. That's going to probably make a difference. Alright, so we're pushing in. He does hold it off. Blue's done enough. But it looks like, oh, these guys are still getting on the gateways. Not looking good. I'm like, Teal, where are you at? But he is busy destroying blue, so. And he leaves the game. Wow. And Zeta leaves the game, and that's it. I think the writing was on the wall, but it looked like blue was getting in there to try to sort of help him. But they were really at a handicap with this guy, Yellow. I mean, that was really, really poor performance across the board. I mean, we were playing at about the same APM, it looks like. But I was definitely far more helpful, but 7,000 minerals too. But I had Zealots pumping out like the whole game. Anywho, thanks for joining me on that one. I'll probably try to get a few more out because it is the weekend. So you enjoy your weekend, and I will catch you on the next replay.